Hello, hello, lovely people, back again. Another flip flute for you. Hopefully, with sound this time. I've had to play around with the microphone, it all seems to be working. However, we do have a rather humongous feat of engineering going on with books and bricks and all sorts of stuff. Because, and my belly by the look of it, look. Because this is a flip through for a Lapbook that I made using Dash of Dave, Frosty Frieze digital kit. It's been made quite a while, so which is why it's kind of winter one in spring that I'm showing you, but it's kind of an epic thing. It's very big, which is why the epic feat of engineering is going on. I've got my bracket for my phone on a brick and some really big books, and then it's wedged with books so it don't fall over. I've tried it in every different direction I could to make sure I can get the most in. So here we go. You have to bear with me because I might have to do some flipping and moving around in order to get you to see it all. I'll tell you, it is bigger than a standard ruler. It's about 13.5 inches high and it's about 10 inches wide, and it's a good 5 inches deep. So that's that. I'll show you it from the end so you can see how epic it is. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that. It is a very full, I'm trying to keep it all in camera, very full Lapbook. Okay, so this is going to be the interesting bit because I'm going to have to slide and move as you look at it. So front cover, this is from his kit, stuck on a bit of board with a big first little bird. I called it the big tag, the bird tag Lapbook, because most of the tags are bird inspired. Cover's made out of cardboard and it's covered in, I'll show you on the inside, it's probably easier to do that. So this, the blue that you can see with the silver was a fabric, and rather than just using the fabric, because that would be way too easy, wouldn't it, I fussy cut all the bits out because it was all leaves and flowers. And then these little ones are all from a net curtain that got dyed with some blue distress ink. So, let's see, we'll do this, move this across. First section, so it flips out. Oh, tag's falling out. Just pop that back in. This is where we do the slide and move, slide and move. So, first section. It's going to have to slide again. I have to move stuff. And then I can move my coffee. Yeah. Because I don't want it to get spilled. But this is the first section. But it also flips out. So I do this bit first. And I've made like a this is going to be interesting. Bear with, we're nearly off the end of the table. So it's like a concertina file folder, and it's got a flip on the other side of it. And into your little pocket. And you see, bird tag, as I said, I started it because I had a lot of bird tags and I wanted them all to be in one place. And this flips out that way, with more tags. And you keep behind, pop that in, pop that back in there. It also flips out that way, and the bird tag here. And then you've got this, which opens out, beautiful kit, and beautiful kit. That was all one page, as you can probably tell. Tag in here, tag in here, and then there's a tag front and back of these, so there's tag, tag. I probably won't take out all the tags, otherwise what's going to be fairly epic will end up being an all day job, won't it? So we'll see how we go. So that's that, it's done, and then if you lift this up, and slide it back a bit, boop. It's got this concertina bit, which is just full. So lots of bird tags. Get me a camera. Make sure you can see them all. So anyway, and these ones, because I'm not content with just doing that, these are actually a tag in a pocket. Because you might as well make it as big and extra as you can if you're making something that's already big and extra. And you have to excuse any shadows. Like I said, setting this up, literally setting it up. I've been a feat of engineering, and this is about my 8th attempt at this. So, pop all that back in, pop that back in. That's that. That's that. That's that. Then this little trifold that flips out and sits behind it, which takes us nicely onto. And this is actually, let me think about this. The other side of that is the inside when it's folded up. If that makes any sense whatsoever. So once again, we decided to go extra because you couldn't just do a little bit. We had to have the whole kit and caboodle. So throwing all the bells and whistles out that I could find, we have a flip out. Oop. On a tag. Or journal cap. With a tag. Yeah. Which goes in. Oop. An envelope. Folds over and flips out. Has writing space on the back. You probably can't see. But we'll get to it when we move over. Same again. So it's a journal card with a little flippy pocket on it. With a tag in it. And again, kit, and can be like kits everywhere. Anyone that's seen any of my other flip used in this kit, this is my favourite kit. So it tends to pop up a lot. So I have got a lot of flip throughs to show you various things using this kit. And this one's got a flip on the back of it just because it didn't have enough on it. It needed a bit extra, you know. So there just wasn't enough. So again, we have. Oh, we went even extra on this one as well. So this one's got a plastic bag. It's got a little pocket on the front. It's got a tag in there. It has its flip. It has its tag. And then it has its pocket there. And that flips out, which gives us a big pocket. And in this big pocket is me. Surname for anyone that wonders what that's all about. Big tag. Nice frame on the front and back. It has tag. Tag. Ickle tag. Because, like I said, you never have. Why just have one when you can have them all? And then, in the top, Mahusive tag. So, and that sits in there, that pushes down like that, and that goes there. Then we close it up, and we close this up, part 1. Come back in a year for part 2. That's how long this will take. No, I jest. Anyway, we then move down to part 2. Still on the front cover. I hope this makes sense. Oh dear. So this is a file folder that Dave had seen one. Somebody got one in the hall or something like that. And so I spent a long time researching trying to find them because we'd never seen them before. And invested in boxes of different coloured ones. So and was very kind enough to share because he's my friend. So I've used one of those in here. There's one on the other side, and this is the central spine. And then all I've done is wrapped an envelope around it. Big envelope. And now, wrapped an envelope around it. Made a big ass tape pocket on it. I'm not going to get it out of the bricks in the way. Oh no. Big tag, yeah? Again, big tag. If we do this, we just get it out. Right, there we go. If I take them all out, and leave them out, I might forget. That's why I'm trying to do this. And then there's also, this flips over, and it has pockets on the back that you can quite see. Pocket on the back, and another tag in the back. Because, you know, big tag book. So, right, we'll open it, and then we'll shift you so you can see the back of this. So we'll shift you across a bit. This is the back of that envelope. Little envelope, there's a little tag in, which is holding it closed. Just by sheer willpower alone. So, another big tag. Oh, that's the same envelope, the other side of it. Bit of that. Okay, bit of that. There's a tag on the back. I hope you can see that. Some epic. I didn't think about how I'd film it. I just thought, yeah. As I was making it, it was just like, oh, put another pocket in there, or put another pocket in there. So, we have an envelope that flips out here. CD envelope. And I can't quite, I hope you can see that, but it's under the bracket of the thing that's holding the phone, so I hope you can. And again, it's got a tag in it, and there's a little pocket on the back, there's a little tag on the back, lots of birds, bird is wood and all that. And then here, we've got, there's a big long pocket here, with my bricks in the way again, so I can't take that, but there's a big long pocket there, goes all the way down. And then, 2 tags, but there's 3 pockets here. So in theory, although it's very full of birdie tags, there's room to get a lot more in. And then, that closes, and that closes, and that closes. So that's the back of the file folder. And then inside it, I just made a scrappy pattern. So it's literally bits of paper. So there's a pattern, there's paper on that stuff. And then on the back of the folder, because you can't just leave it alone, can you, Brian? You have to just interfere with everything. We've got another CD envelope, and another CD envelope, and then, lo and behold, another flip with more bird tags and more bird tags, and this is some stamp area paper that I thought went really well with this kit. And that flips up, and it's got more tags in the back of it, and then it's got a pocket on the back. Oh, use this kit. Do you think that's enough? Do you think too much? Enough? Do you think I've got answers on a postcard? It's definitely a lot. I know, but I like it. It was epic to make. It was great. There we go. And then that shuts there, and that's the second part of the front cover. So then that, and that's my microwave just fell off. The microphone just fell off. Bear with. There you go. We'll click back on. So that's the front cover. We'll try and do the back cover now. Are you ready? So, same thing. On the inside I didn't put anything. Thought about it, trust me. Seen everything that's in the first part. I just think about it. So we'll flip this one open. And we might do the same thing. We'll go to the outside and work in. If I can move stuff around. Space. Final frontier. Not enough of it. Okay, so we'll start with the ball. Can you see that? Can you see that with the camera? We'll start here. And we have. This is blue envelopes that came from our favourite place, Scrap. Whip. Covered in his kit. Held together with a policy closure. And it is a flip, a flip, a flip, a flip, a flip, a flip, and a bird. Yeah. And they've all got a carving. I'm not going to say that because these are all well, as I say plain, bits of mascot that are cut that haven't yet had their bird put in. Oh, I'm not going to get that back in now. Come on. There we go. Just needs to be oiled. So, I don't know. Honestly, I do these things for myself, I really do. Ta-da! We'll put that one back in, and you get the idea anyway. But they could have DTP put anything on the back, or you could write on the back, or you could stick a picture on the back, anything you like. Could put a little pocket on the back, a little page band, all sorts. So that closes that, string that one back up so it doesn't flap around. But although there's too much in here to actually flap around, there's too much holding it down. This opens, and on the back it's just got a couple of envelopes. Ta-da! Just to cover the back. So on this pocket here, this pocket here, this pocket here, and there's a pocket here, and this pocket here. Ta-da! So again, pocket, 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 pocket. Okay, so this is like an extra flip on the back cover. This is the actual back cover. So it flips up, and you can probably just see there's a couple of cards in there. Oop, it's got a side tuck. Up. This is going to be, there we go. Nope, it's not going to stay. My feat of engineering is in the way. So, and then a couple of Mahusive tags. And then my Mahusive pocket again. And then this flips out. Better. And got little side pockets here. Bob up. Bob up. And then 1, 2, 3 pockets here. Better. It's difficult because the bricks are in the way. So, but basically there are 3 pockets here. And then on the bottom pocket there are 3 pockets going that way. So I'm not going to put those back until after. And then on the flip out bit, I don't know if I can move it any further that way. Hang on a second, on the flip out bit. You just see that? There's, pockets, within pockets, within pockets, within pockets, within, I can't get that one down, pushing it down too far. Within pockets, within pockets, within pockets, yeah? And it's literally, I've just layered, you probably can't see now, you push those back down, you might see. Oop, 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 oop. There we go. Might just see there, I've just layered lots of envelopes. Put the backs off them. So you've got lots of space for lots of tags. In there. Envelopes there, just put a tag in there. So, epic. Right, we'll close this little bit up. I won't put those back because my brick's in the way. So that closes, and that closes. And that's the actual back cover. The actual back cover. Did that bit. So that's the flip out that was on the back cover. This is the inner bit of the back cover. If I'm making sense. I told you this was epic. You were warned. So, little flip out. Poof. Little flip out. With a flip out. With a flip out. And stuff everywhere. There's a little tag in here. 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 There's a big tag in here. I don't know if you can just see it moving there. Wah, wah, wah. And then that flips over. I'm going to do this bit first. There's a tag in here. And there's a Mahusive tag in the back. And another Mahusive tag in the back, which I can't get hold of at the moment. There we go. There we go. So that's a tag with a big pocket in it with a tag inside it. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. My feat of engineering has worked for getting it all in camera, but it hasn't worked so well for being able to pull things out the top because Agnes made bricks in the way. Okay, so right, we'll go this way again first. Backwards and forwards. I'm making you dizzy yet. This is the flap. This is a flip that's on a flap that's on the flop that's on the file fold. Does that make sense? So back of it, yeah. Tag. And there's a big tag in there, which I'm not going to take out because I can't from here. So that flops back, flops open, bit of that, and flops back. But then it also flops. It also flops this way. And it's just got one envelope in there, and I've not put anything in it. That quick. But then the whole file folder opens. Ta-da! Da-na-na-na-na-na. And you've got whoop, tag that flops open, and the pocket, ba, and a pocket, can't even see that, can you? And a pocket in the back there. Oop, pocket in the back there. So there's lots of flaps and flaps and flaps. And then another flap, pocket in that. Policy closure, ba-up, which lifts up, and a big tag. That's not what sounded. I really did get kind of a big tag with a pocket like a library card, and pocket, and then each envelope's got a pocket top and bottom. If that all makes sense. So that goes in there. Boop, boop, boop. Ba, ba. That sits on there. Ba, ba. And that, blah, 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 goes there, goes there, goes there. And then that goes there. And then same principle to the other side. There's a blue file folder with a little metal curl on it. So just going to stacking out that, all bits and pieces. And this one I was sensible with, well, it's just got a tuck. And I've yet to put anything in it because I haven't made anything to store in it yet, but it's just got that tuck. And there you have the epicness that is everything I could throw at a Lapbook. Every bell, every whistle, every flip, every flap, every form, every bit of it. And I hope you like it. I think it showcases Dave's kit really well because, as I said, it's one of my favourites. I absolutely love it. And I just tried to get in it much. I didn't want to put anything on that. No. Simply because if I shut it does shut nicely. But if you look at it, you can't really see. But it's right chunky already. So if I put anything in the middle, I don't think it would shut properly. But there you go. But there you have my bird tag Lapbook of epic proportions. Furniture had to be built in order to film it. You can see my belly through most of it because I'm having to lean forward. So excuse that. But I hope you enjoyed. Dave's stuff's always linked below anyway, so go check out his kits on Ko-fi. He still has some on Etsy, although he is moving his Etsy over to his Ko-fi. If you're on Ko-fi, you can also subscribe to him. He has a really good teeth in. He has a really good subscription, so you could subscribe. He has different tiers, and you get all sorts of discounts and stuff, and bits of extra content when he does it. But if you get the top tier, which is £5 a month, then you have access to all of his digitals all the time for the subscription fee, if that makes sense. So you can have all of his digitals, and there are lots. It's quite, like his videos, quite prolific. He makes lots. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. Slightly longer than normal, but it was a bit more of an epic make. And I will catch you all in the next video. See you soon. Bye.